Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Filmbox podcast with a new intro. Two people heard this for the first time live. I'm your host, Aaron Souza. Today, we're talking about Lilo and Stitch. I'm joined today by the Filmbox Ohana, which means family. It's Connor Jameson, Sam Majewski. How are you guys today?
Hello.
Doing good, doing great.
I always love, I don't know if it's just like a running bit now or what, but whenever I come in hot with the intro and I say, how are you guys doing? It's just this minute of silence and just like, okay.
Doing good, man. Doing awesome.
Just doing great.
It's like, it really balances the energy out, I guess.
Fine.
Hi,
So
buddy.
today,
Hope you find your dad.
yeah, there you go. So today we're talking about Lilo and Stitch. Last week, there was no episode, and I gotta address this off the top. We had a great episode that we recorded with Jasmine talking about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It was like an hour and a half at least, and I lost all of my audio.
Wasn't me this time.
Yeah, it became completely unusable. I could not get it back, and yeah. I was just so disheartened. I was like, let's just skip this week. We're not even going to be able to try and re-record this.
You guys missed out. It was the best episode we've ever recorded.
I don't think it was. But
okay.
Well, I don't want to make them feel bad about missing out.
I was trying to do something. You just completely
Oh, okay.
let it go.
Okay. Well, you know what? We can do it again.
No.
We'll run it back.
No.
It's gone. Oh, man.
So
well,
fun to have around sometimes.
I know. I'm like the best person at a party that you could ever want. Well, so today we're talking about Lilo and Stitch, but we're not talking about the new one. We're going back and revisiting the original Disney animated film from 2002. We're gonna take a look back at that. We're doing it in a little bit of a different format that you'll kind of see as we go along. We're kind of breaking up our discussion into more discrete categories and leading the discussions that way, but that'll be a lot of fun. But first, before we do that, we got to talk about what we've been watching lately. Sam, you're kicking us off.
As always.
What have you watched lately, as always?
Again, I like a lot. Well, if we didn't lose the episode last week, I definitely you guys would definitely know that I've been watching a lot of TV shows. Which has been continuing this week. However, the last time, I guess, I watched Mission Impossible. Yeah,
I'm sorry. This pause
whole
was awesome.
I was swallowing my spit.
Yeah, it felt like in a moment, like in a movie where like a kid has to go up in front of the class and they don't like talking in public. They're like, it's just like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Since y'all never heard what we watched before last episode, I watched Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning in preparation of the episode that you guys can no longer hear.
Never get to hear. Never ever.
And then I watched obviously Lilo and Stitch for this episode. And then I also watched an anime movie called Jujutsu Kaisen 0. It's the anime that I'm watching right now, and it falls in between season 1 and season 2. So
Nice.
Cool.
And then I am drinking a Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy.
Oh, we got a bottle pop.
Yep.
That was a good one.
And then
Thought that was a twist off.
and then a bullet bottle opener, which is totally appropriate for this movie. So
Yeah, right. Totally it would have been appropriate for last week's episode. That's okay. All right, well, I'll go next. I have seen a bunch of movies. Obviously, we lost a bit from the last time, so I'll just run it down quick. Watched Nona's, the new Vince Vaughn Netflix movie. It was fun. I get to talk about it again, the 25 for 25. Watch Melancholia. Wildly depressing. And I did not enjoy watching it, but it was very good. And also, I went thrifting over the weekend and found a copy of Melancholia, and that came home with me.
Wow, the fanboying goes even further.
I know. Well, hey, look, I mean, it was one of many films that I found. Actually, I want to run down real quick what I found. So let's see.
I don't know why I'm moving like it's going to give me a better angle at your screen.
Yeah, with my lights off. Paris, Texas was a find. That was a great spot at like some random booth at a flea market. Her was a great find. Little Women. Y Tu Mama Tambien, non-Criterion edition, just a standard DVD. That was really cool find. I found Mississippi Burning, which is a great movie. I found Roman Holiday.
Oh, good one.
Yeah, that was a good find. Let's see. Was there Tom Cruise in there? I don't. Oh, The Firm.
Taps.
Yes, there was. There was a Tom Cruise in there. Found The Firm. Let's see. I found at a random Goodwill in Worcester, I found a steelbook for Dune, the David Lynch Dune. I found the Criterion Collection edition of Ingmar Bergman's Autumn Sonata. And probably my best pick, just at a random booth at the flea market in my hometown, I found a copy of a little film called Eternity and a Day, the Greek film that I saw last year that blew me away, but it's extremely hard to find. It's not distributed. It barely had a DVD release. The only way I could watch it online streaming was through the Internet Archive. But this random guy had a copy of Eternity in a Day at his booth, and I got it for $1. In the same booth that I found Paris, Texas, and also Midnight Cowboy. So that I thought was really cool. That's probably the rarest DVD I've ever found. So that was cool. Anyways, so that's run that down. Everything else I've seen: Twisters. I watched Her. I watched Casino Royale, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, The Fountain of Youth, the new Apple TV Plus movie that was meh, not great for an action an adventure treasure hunting movie. Watched a much better treasure hunting movie, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Pulp Fiction was next. I just kind of wanted to rewatch that. And then watched. I got an email that said, "Hey, your Criterion collection or Criterion channel subscription is active again," because I paused it for 3 months and forgot about it. So it's like, oh well, I have it for a month. I might as well see what's on there. So I watched Wild Things, the Nev Campbell film, and I watched Water Lilies, the Celine Sciamma film, followed up by her film Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Great one.
Which was incredible. That was all of those were first time watches. Followed up with Superbad because naturally.
It's a great play.
And then Lilo and Stitch.
That's a great 1-2.
Yeah, that was. So it was wild. This is all in all the movies, like the last 6 movies I just knocked off were all in a 3-day stretch. Pulp Fiction, Wild Things, and Water Lilies all on the 27th. The 28th was Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Then Superbad the next day, and then Lilo and Stitch yesterday. All right, and I have a choice. I'm giving you a choice for what I drink on this pod. I have 2 different options, and I'm letting you guys decide. First option, a Sprite plus tea, 0 sugar. It is actually pretty good. It is Sprite plus iced tea. You're looking at me crazy. It's actually pretty good.
I don't know about that.
These are new. Sparkling Ice Fruit Punch. I just found these at the grocery store. These are just little mini sodas that Sparkling Ice is making now.
That's a baby can. You could drink both.
No, I can't drink both.
Are they caffeinated?
This one's caffeine free. And then I don't see. Oh, this one's also caffeine free.
Yeah, drink both.
Just
You'll just have to piss a lot.
Yeah, I guess. All right, cracking open the Sprite plus tea. And that leads me to you, Connor.
All right. So as we started off last time, I did like a Mission Impossible sandwich with a Final Destination, Bloodline, Fear Street Prom Queen buns. Bloodlines, one of the better entries to the franchise. Really cool. And then obviously the Mission Impossible franchise is sick as hell. I mean, I'm sure we're going to touch on Final Reckoning a bit since you can't hear our thoughts, our in-depth thoughts.
Yeah, we had already talked about it for an hour and a half, and it's gone.
But Fear Street Prom Queen was not great because you could tell it was made by different people than the original. And then today I watched 2.5 movies. I watched Until Dawn, which I have never played the games, but it was fine. They kept dying, which is cool. A lot of cool practical effects. I watched. You should
play the game. You should honestly play or watch the game, and you'll understand why people are so mad.
I have watched playthroughs of the game, so I get that it's just focused on like the Wendigos and like those character dynamics or the character relationships way more than in the movie. But yeah, it was fine. It's for someone who hasn't played the game. I started on Swift Horses and then I got bored, so I just stopped. I'll give it another shot because it's got a cast that you shouldn't be bored with, like Will Poulter, Daisy Edgar Jones, Jacob Elordi. But I just couldn't really get into it. My dog got neutered, so I was kind of like making sure he was okay. And since we are recording video, I do have.
Oh yes, I've seen this.
Yeah, Nathan shirt that my beautiful, awesome girlfriend Erin got for me for my birthday.
That is wonderful.
It is awesome. So yeah, just making sure he's been all right. But he was watching Lilo and Stitch with me today.
Oh, good. So he was chilling.
He was chilling. He's kind of been loopy still from the drugs.
Was he also like, that's not a dog?
He was like, I identify with him.
There you go. And what do you have anything to drink?
I got a nice Arizona. Frosted chillsicle.
Ooh, that sounds gross. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just like an ice pop.
That's too much for me.
It sounds better than Sprite iced tea.
Honestly, the Sprite tea is really good. It's like hint of tea with Sprite. It works. It is brown though. The color of the liquid is like iced tea brown. All right. So before we talk about Lilo and Stitch, let's just briefly, I guess, give our thoughts on Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, because we need to do that. Sam, basic thoughts there.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it's basically, I think it was a great send-off to the Mission Impossible franchise, and the work that went into Tom Cruise and all the directors and everybody that was involved in those movies. I think the main thing was that, yes, the first half an hour, 45 minutes was not the greatest writing-wise and not the greatest plot-wise. However, for me, that didn't really take away from the film as a whole. However, the last hour and a half of that movie was insane, and I loved almost every minute of it. So, yeah, I think I gave it like a 4.25 out of 5.
4.25, yeah. I have it pulled up.
Nice. Connor, what about you?
Yeah, so it like now having the benefit of time to like more time to kind of think about our thoughts and feelings towards the movie. I feel like it was such a great movie theater experience. And honestly, yeah, things you can nitpick, but like when I was sitting in the theater, my mind was not thinking about like, oh, that doesn't really make sense. This isn't going as fast as I would like, or this is way too callbacky. I was like, holy shit, he's jumping off planes onto planes. He's diving, or he's jumping off a submarine 500 feet deep. It's just so fucking cool. And like, it's just, I think it's a movie where the casual moviegoer is going to be like, fuck, this movie rocks. And a critic is going to be like, I don't know. I think it's actually kind of average. And I would have to side with the casual moviegoer on it. I think this movie just rocks.
Yeah, I think you explained it perfectly, and I would agree with you.
I think it's a good movie where you just have to just let your heart do the talking and not your brain.
Yeah, I mean, the Mission Impossible movies are very, very good at like getting you to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah,
and like just be all in on what's happening. I had more. I still have issues with it. Not to say it wasn't good, because I did enjoy my time there. Even though for most of the runtime, I thought I was going to get beat up by some people.
Yeah,
which is a story for another time.
You guys missed an excellent story that I told my girlfriend, and she loved it.
I thought it was very good. Anyways, look, I mean, you guys are right. The second half of the movie, once Tom Cruise goes underwater to the submarine, is like movie porn. It's some of the best stuff that you'll watch in a long time. It's incredible. But the first half of the movie, frankly, is bad. It is. The story doesn't make sense. You say you don't mind the callback stuff. I thought it was obnoxious. I mean, there were like 4 different montages back to the other movies, which just felt like nonsense to me. But that said, once that switch flips and we get him diving down, I was like, I'm in. Let's go. All in for that last hour plus, whatever it was. The submarine stunt is one of the best things I've ever seen on camera. Is one of the best movie moments I think I've ever seen still. I can't think of anything else that really tops that. I mean, that whole sequence was just breathtaking. I was stressed to the max. And then, then he one-upped himself and rode on planes. I was going to say,
he literally quite... Yeah. You think that, and then like an hour later, he does it.
I prefer the submarine stunt just because, like, I think I was more anxious that whole time. But the plane stuff was fucking incredible. Mm-hmm. It was so good. So it's like, it's a Tale of Two movie. You could have cut a good 40 minutes off the beginning of the movie and had a much better movie, I think.
Yeah, I think just looking back, I think the only thing I would have liked better is if the tones between Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning had been a bit more cohesive. Yeah. Where like Dead Reckoning was kind of more of like a heist to get the keys, and then because there's the whole mystery of like, oh, what does it even unlock? We don't really care, like, because we're just looking for the keys. And then as soon as you get to Final Reckoning, it's like, oh, actually the world's about to end because like this entity is either gonna cause like a nuclear war, or if you kill it, it's gonna cause like the end of civilization. Yeah,
there was very much a tonal imbalance for this one. But we're not here to talk about Mission Impossible that long. We did that in our last episode. Today, we're talking about Lilo and Stitch, because that was the other movie that came out Mission Impossible weekend. Lilo and Stitch 2025 is the live-action remake of the 2002 film. We are talking about the 2002 film today, but I do want to touch on just a little bit the 2025 film. None of us have seen it yet, but it is making the rounds on the box office. It is going to make a butt ton of money, probably.
Yep.
And unfortunately is probably going to allow the live action remake trend to continue going, because it was on its death's door with Snow White, but it might be back.
And I heard that it is not a great adaptation of the original one. So
I've heard that it depends on the age bracket that you belong to. Like, if you really grew up with Lilo and Stitch, and that was like, you know, a core film for your childhood, much like I'm sure it is for our demo, then the changes that were made might strike you the wrong way. For other people where they don't really care, it's different. But yeah, that's definitely something that we can bring up later on. Let's talk about Lilo and Stitch, though. I don't have a transition. Actually, you know what? I have that. So we're doing this, like I said, we're doing it a little bit different. But I'm going to start off, as I usually do, with a little bit of the background of Lilo and Stitch. So, Lilo and Stitch, 2002, animated American science fiction comedy drama film produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation and released by Walt Disney Pictures. Written and directed by Chris Sanders and Dean DeBlois. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry.
DeBlois.
And produced by Clark Spencer, with music by Alan Silvestri. This movie was released June 21st, 2002, with a runtime of 85 minutes and a budget of $80 million. Boys, how much did it make at the box office?
how much was the budget you said?
80 million, 80.
I'm gonna guess 200. No, we're talking 2002 money, right?
We are not talking about 1987 money.
I'll say 300 because I feel like that is still like
I'd say
crazy.
I think I'm gonna say 200.
200. All right. Well, split the difference. Lean Connor 273.1. Very close. You guys were pretty much there. I said split the difference. Lean Connor.
Yeah, but that would make it sound like it was like two. You know, never mind. Just keep going.
Well, all right. It did good. All right, that's what happened. All right, but Sam, you are the one that has the reviews for us. So what did people think about Lilo and Stitch?
All right, so on Rotten Tomatoes, for the tomato meter, it is sitting at 86% still, with only 152 critic reviews.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot for Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, especially
152. I mean,
for a movie that came out over 20 years ago, like, I don't know, but and then compared to the 250,000 plus reviews from the audience score,
Jesus,
78% for the audience score.
I was gonna be like, imagine reviewing this movie in 2025, but then I remembered, wait, that's what we're doing right now.
Imagine the goofs who would be doing that.
The goofs who do a review of an old movie.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And then at Google reviews, as always, sitting up 4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
So,
pretty good for Google reviews.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I got a 5-star and a 1-star. This 5-star says, a Disney movie that has me chuckling every time I watch it. The humor is actually funny, something that I laughed at as a kid and continue to do so as an adult. The art of 2D has been tragically reduced in so many studios, so these older movies are now treasures to never forget. Even their incorporation of 3D is very seamless. I can't recall many movies I've seen that are set in Hawaii, so this one really opened my eyes to its beauty. It felt like I was there in the moment. Lilo and Stitch were such unique characters, especially Lilo being a bit dark and emotional for a girl her age. I was kind of surprised that Disney created her that way, but glad for it. So,
nice. Wonderful.
And then, so I was looking up the 1-star reviews for this movie, and I think a lot of people mistook this movie for the new one, because a lot of these 1-star reviews talked about the current one. However,
that's honestly for the Google reviews demographic. That sounds on brand.
It sounds about right. But this one actually talked about the older one. It says it was from a year ago. So, this one says, "Rude, rude, rude, and rowdy kids. Oh my, the word stupid thrown around like nothing. Kids acting violently, hitting each other. A big no way for kids. No wonder our society is doomed. Poor children, voodoo book, oh yeah, spells and magic. As a parent of 3 kids under the age of 10, I do not approve."
Ooh, they said stupid.
Yeah. This one says,
Connor, I can't hear you. You sounds like you're muted.
I am muted.
Nice. Yeah. Woo.
go ahead, Connor. What were we going to say?
Nothing.
What did you say that we couldn't?
What did you say?
I said I was clutching my pearls.
Yeah, you were silently clutching your pearls.
This one
What's
says,
funny too is that might not even get onto the recording either.
Probably not. But it's just so funny to think, because that's the reaction you have when you watch a movie. It's like you're clutching your pearls and the movie just doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still gonna play.
Yeah, right. Anything else you got?
This one says, another 1 star. It says, "I am the first one to review this movie a 1, which is surprising because I hate movies. It is so old and boring. It has absolutely no meaning, and I just hate it so much. It is the worst Disney movie, even though I love Moana."
I think they're fine.
He's like, those are Hawaiian, right?
I thought
they're not, but
I thought it was gonna end at I'm the first person to review this movie.
I thought so too. It has no meaning. Wrong. It's so old. Not.
Like, yeah, Sam probably wouldn't draft it on his team, but like,
Probably not.
No. All right. All right. So next category. This is kind of the first new category. Instead of going beat by beat through the story like we usually do, we're going to talk about more generally what worked. So with this movie, what are the things that you thought they did well? I'll kick it off with the first thing on my list, the alien designs. I thought were awesome. Extremely unique. Stitch is great. Pleakley is great. Jumba's great. I mean, I thought they nailed it. They absolutely nailed all of the designs.
yeah, I like the diversity of the aliens. How they're not just one kind of creature that they just kind of copy and paste it all over.
Right.
God's
It's like they had this
shark head.
alien race. Like the alien race even was like, it was all different looking creatures, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, it's like even like the henchmen were like dinosaurs, but then
Yeah, it was cool. And worked for merchandise. I mean, Stitch sold like 1 billion.
Oh, yeah.
Like plushies. And honestly, while I was looking up the background to this movie, one of the things that I read was that the creator Chris Sanders, in 1985 he created Stitch for a children's book pitch, and it got turned down.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, and he abandoned it, and then Walt Disney hired him, and he storyboarded some films, and then all of a sudden was like, "Hey, I want to do this," and they're like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." Basically, so the idea, the design of Stitch was like the first thing to come out of this movie, and I think that's pretty cool. Connor, what do you have? What worked for you with Lilo and Stitch?
Character growth is the first thing that really popped for me. Just like over the course of this movie, like every character is obviously it's a movie, like that's what happens. But like even characters, you have like Jumba, Pleakley, they're essentially the bounty hunters who are sent to like catch Stitch. But by the end, and like I don't know if you guys grew up kind of watching the animated show too.
A little bit.
It was a big part of like it was a big part of my childhood. So it was like I kind of had that knowledge in the back pocket of like they are kind of like this big family already.
Mm-hmm.
So like you just had to get there. But then you have like Bubbles, who, even though like he's not a bad guy at any point in the movie, he is kind of like this looming figure of, you know, the state coming to take Lilo away. But then at the end of the day, he's like, no, I'm going to do what's best for them, even if it's not what the state and like my job would tell me is right.
Yep.
And then even like, is her name just, Grand Councilwoman.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of like, get me this little freak Stitch. And then she's just like, no, they're family. He could stay.
I love to her whole deal is like, get me this alien. We need to kill him. And then the alien's like, no, my name's Stitch and I like it here. She's like, cool, man. Sounds good, bro.
Yeah, she's like,
you can stay.
Yeah, right. You're good, man. Don't worry about it. I'm cool.
Back.
I liked, speaking of the characters, Pleakley, I thought might be sneaky best character in this movie. Like, he is so funny. I love every moment that he's on screen.
Oh, yeah. When Stitch attacks him, when he's like they're in disguise.
Yeah.
And Nani's like pulling him off. And she's like, oh, your head is swollen. And Jumbo's like, oh, no, she's just ugly.
It's so good.
So funny.
It's all just so good. Sam, do you have what worked for you?
I think the whole I mean, I'm gonna probably be the typical film bro here, but I think the whole family aspect of this movie was great.
Yes. Ohana means family is great.
I think so. One thing I really wanted to bring up was, so obviously it's sisters, right? Mm-hmm. We don't really know what exactly happened with their parents. I think there's a couple like small hints that
there's
what
a
happened.
Moment. There's a moment where Lilo just says that they didn't come home.
Right. And then there's another moment where she what was it? She was like feeding one of the fishes or something like that. And it was implied that like, it's like you control the weather. So like, I think I was reading some things up, and it's like implied that they like died in like a car crash or something like that.
Car crash, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But like, we don't like exactly know, which I love. Like, I love that like mystery, but like, it's not like forced, you know?
Yeah.
And I love the how it really harps on like the older sister needs to take care of this younger sister. She's trying everything in her power to try to help her and help her family, and just stuff doesn't go her way, and like she doesn't give up. You know, she tries to go find a job, and like, you know, she's like, oh, go get a dog, you know, stuff like that. So I just really enjoy the family aspect of this, and you know, it's not forced to like, oh, these parents died this way, and this is what they have to do in order to keep her, because they don't even say that like in the beginning. They don't even say like, oh, if what's her name, fucking
Nani.
If she's like, oh, if Nani doesn't get a job, like Lilo is going to be taken away from her. Like that's not that, like it's implied because of the child protection guy, Bubbles.
Cobra.
Like the social
Cobra
worker.
Bubbles.
Like it's not even like they say that, you know, they say like, oh, a social worker, which you know, gets the audience thinking.
Here are the steps you need to take to get to not get me to take away your sister.
Yeah, and they don't even like say that like straight out, like I will take your sister, you know. So it was, I think was great.
Yeah, so, I mean the movie definitely treats the audience with like a level of respect of like not having to spell everything out.
And for a kids movie,
it's a bit refreshing too, right? For a kids movie, because it really feels like that's fairly prevalent now.
Which I think is important, because like you're not. I guess it mainly focuses on the audience of both the younger generation, because you know the kids are going to love Stitch, you know, but it also focuses on the adult generation, be like, oh, there's an actual adult story here that you can follow instead of just
and
like
relate to.
An alien causing ruckus the entire movie, you know.
And I think one of the things you touch on there, I think, is really important, because to me, like, if her parents were alive and the conflict was between Lilo and her parents, and Lilo just being like a troublemaker kid, I don't think it works as well. Like, having the parents out of the picture and making it like this big sister is doing everything she can, and this little girl is just wants to have friends and be curious, and and that dynamic makes it so much more impactful. And those lessons that you said about family, they hit a lot more because of that.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like too, you could see it throughout the movie of like, Nani's stressing all this time of like, because she has to balance being Lilo's sister as well as being her guardian. So like, you have that, obviously the initial like fight that they have, where, I mean, even Lilo blows up and she's like, I like you better as my sister than my mom. And like, you can see how Nani is like trying to balance the responsibilities of like trying to be her friend, trying to like be someone that Lilo can just relax around, but also be the one that she's responsible to. And you can see throughout the movie how like there's so much that she protects Lilo from, like with the social worker, and even all the way up until the end when Bubbles is about to take her away, like she has no idea what's happening until she's in the car.
Yep. Yeah, it really works. On that vein, what else worked? The first visit from Cobra Bubbles is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That first where she's like scrambling to try and get in the house, and Lilo's all depressed listening to Elvis, and then the house is a mess and everything's going wrong. I thought it was just fun, like slapsticky kind of humor that just worked. And it like, even without having Stitch in the picture, it was funny. Like, it was genuinely good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun watching this after Mission Impossible because I clocked Phineas Freak himself as Bubbles.
Yeah, dude. I got notes on that later.
Yeah. If you didn't know, that's Ving Rhames.
Yes. The montage moments, there's two separate montages in this movie that I think are really well done. The montage of Stitch and Lilo like spending time together, that's coupled with Stitch destroying everything in each section of the montage, I thought is really fun. And the montage of Lilo teaching Stitch to be like Elvis while Nani's looking for a job is just such a wild, like, that's just such a good duality there. And it just works. I mean, this is an hour and 20-minute movie, and we get two different, like, montages, but it doesn't feel rushed at all.
Yeah. I mean, even there's the ending montage, too, of just, like, kind of, like, the pictures of everyone, like, all kind of being a happy, like, family together. But
yep.
It was fun to, like, to watch. It was, I don't know, it's just fun watching her be like, you need to be a model citizen, so I'm going to make you Elvis.
Because he's a model citizen.
Yes. There's never been anything wrong with that guy.
Yeah, no, never. And Sam, what else do you got? What else worked for you with this movie?
I think you guys hit all the other parts, but I think again, I think for the time the animation was great. The comedy was great too. Nothing too forced. I just forgot, like, I haven't seen this movie in years.
It's been a long time.
I think honestly, I remember watching the TV show more than I remember watching this movie. And I actually re-listened to one of our ranking Disney animated movies recently, and I think we all said pretty much the same thing, is like, we all remember the TV show more than the actual movie, right?
Yeah.
But watching it again, I'm like, I still love it as an adult. So
it is a lot of fun. I got one for you. I got a weird one for you. 2002. This movie is very okay with cross-dressing, which is weird for the time.
I did have that in my notes too with Bleakley, and that's like a major character point of his, because like he and Jumba are always like in human disguises, and I mean, I know that's something with the the remake that they kind of do away with. They just make them in human form, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it was always interesting to see like that dynamic of Jumba's always like this. He always dresses up like an American dad, and then
right.
Bleakley is his wife.
Yeah, and for a movie that came out in 2002, I am very happy to see that they were just like, yeah, he likes cross dressing. Fucking deal with it. So what?
Yeah.
That's
He
awesome.
likes his wigs.
Yeah, that's awesome. And obviously the entire second half of the movie it rips that all of the second half where it's like, you know, they have to do the rescues and there's like the actual like high flying action and the montage, and yeah, it works. It rocks. Connor, do you have anything else for what worked?
No, I mean, I was just going to say, too, like, to Sam's point about the animation, like, the whole surfing sequence it just reminds you how good, like, that 2D animation is of the time.
Yes.
Like, it just makes you feel like you're home.
All right, well, let's flip the script now. Let's talk about what doesn't work with this movie. I got a couple here. My first one, banishment punishments and captures. In this movie, they're like, we need to eliminate Stitch. So to do that, we are going to banish him, and then he escapes. And then we're going to capture him, and then he escapes. The only time they shoot him is after he escapes. So they're very bad at capturing and banishing. They suck even worse at shooting. They should just go for shooting first.
Yeah, I mean, but those guns, I don't know what settings they were on, because like sometimes they would just like bounce off them. Like Stitch caught one, and they're just like,
yeah, that was kind of wild. He just caught a bullet.
Well, because like I know like they established like from his first appearance, like he is near indestructible. Like his only real weakness is like water, because he's kind of like Superman in the sense like his density is just so much greater than like a normal human's.
The amount of times though that like at the end that the lieutenant guy captures Stitch, has him in handcuffs, he could just shoot him, but he doesn't. He gotta take him to the ship, and then he instantly escapes. And it's like, okay, you guys don't capture, shoot him, then you're done. Then movie's over. Everyone's a lot more sad, but movie's over.
Movie's over. It's a Type 40. And,
it's a Type 40 and ends on a depressing note. That would be like the Lars von Trier version of Lilo and Stitch is like, yeah, they caught him and then they shot him in the face, and that's it. It's done. Movie's over. Go home.
It's a short film because like that first room where they have like the machine guns trained on him, as soon as he starts doing like the spit, they just open fire. It just shoots him. Yeah, it just opens fire on him.
Oh man. I got another one here. Taking photos of fat people. That was a weird plot point. Lilo was obsessed with taking pictures of fat people on the beach. Not sure that holds up in 2025, to be honest.
Did she do it more than once, or was it just once?
It was all over her wall. She specifically pointed out on her wall, and it was literally just all photos of fat people on the beach. It's like an obsession. I thought that was kind of weird because it never comes back either. It's like you get the one moment at the beginning and then the one moment where she's like, yeah, look at all my photos. And then that's it. Kind of weird.
Maybe a little weird, but if that's how she wants to handle the tourists, I'm fine with it.
Fair enough. What do you have? What doesn't work for you?
Man, I don't know.
Nothing. Okay. Sam, do you have anything that doesn't work for you for Lilo and Stitch?
Nothing like. I mean, if I really get nitpicky, then I can get really nitpicky.
Get nitpicky. That's what this bit is about.
But I kind of wish they spent a little more time in space / like in the what was it called, the something Federation, the Galactic,
just the Galactic Federation.
Yeah, something like that. I just wish they kind of spent a little bit more time in exploring that area of it. But again, I'm getting really nitpicky about that. So
hey, that's what this bit is about. Get nitpicky. I talked about taking photos of fat people. You can get nitpicky. I got a couple more. Stitch being a dog, but no one seems to care or notice that he's the strangest dog in the world,
yeah.
other than Nani and Lilo.
Yeah, I guess
and like a couple other people.
I guess
they all
that's another
pointed
thing.
out.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
that's
but like the
another thing.
general community is like, this dog is a dog. That's fine.
That's
Well,
a
yeah.
weird looking dog.
Yeah, I guess that's another. Again, if I'm getting really nitpicky, I think that's I don't know.
But I
thing.
wonder-
It's like there's an alien in Earth. Like nobody was like
Stitch might be the worst.
Is this alien playing the guitar on the beach dressed in the Elvis costume? It's fine.
Cool. It's only weird after he attacks someone.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's funny too because when at the end, after like the whole fight scene goes down and like David is just in the ocean, and Lilo's like, "Hey, could you like bring us into shore?" And there's just like 6 aliens sitting on this spaceship. He's just like, "Sure."
Yeah, he's like, yeah, sure, cool.
He's like, "Come on, man, let's get a little more concern."
Literally.
I guess I guess I should have brought this back up. That kind of worked. But what worked is David. He's a bro. He's a
yeah,
bro.
David's
he's a
respectful.
He is a bro.
He's respectful as fuck.
It's like he's one of those like Disney doesn't really write like the Disney boyfriends that well, but David, he's a bro. He went out of
he's a
his
good
way
dude.
to try to find Nami a job and everything like that, and went to her house and was like, "I got you a job. Let's go right now."
Yeah.
Save
And like
Stitch
he's
from
like, "Hey,
drowning.
do you want to go out?" And Nani's like, "No, not right now." He's like, "Okay, let me know when you are."
Yeah.
Sounds good. And it's like, dude, you are awesome.
He's a bro.
Well, when he does get her that last job and they're like running to it, she's like, "How could I ever repay you?" And he's like, "You could go out with me."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
think-
it's so good.
And then clearly by the end credit, like the picture montage, it works.
They're dating. It works. Yeah. Just goes to show. Just got to be nice and help women find jobs, I guess.
In this economy, yeah,
Yeah, it probably does help.
men become recruiters.
I got one more. What doesn't work here? Cobra and everyone else in the community not helping or understanding this single woman is trying to care for her little sister and needs help. Like throughout the whole movie, it's like obviously this woman is totally overwhelmed, and yet no one really cares.
That is a good nitpick. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I
No
think
one-
the remake does address that in more detail, but yeah.
Yeah. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, if everyone like knows each other that well, I do feel like the whole community aspects would be like, "Hey, we'll look after Lilo
Exactly.
after you, like while you're working."
Exactly.
But- I guess like Lilo was supposed to be like doing like after school activities the entire time,
Yeah.
and then
That's true.
She got kicked out, so
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
minor case of assault.
Minor. It's fine. She did beat the shit out of a girl. That was
Was her
funny.
name Myrtle?
Who cares?
Who cares?
All right. I got some what ifs now. These are things that could have happened with this movie or with other movies related to this movie. So I got a couple what ifs for you. The first one being Tia Carrere, who voices Nani, was almost cast as Mulan in Mulan before it went to Ming-Na Wen. I think that's pretty cool. That's just a neat little tidbit of information. Would have been a weird fit, seeing as how like Mulan is, the demographics aren't quite there.
Yeah.
But that could have happened. More interestingly, Jeff Goldblum was initially considered for Cobra Bubbles.
Oh, jeez. I don't think that would have
I
worked.
think you gotta change that character a little bit then.
Yeah, so part 2 to that is he turned it down, and then they cast Ving Rhames and retooled the character to be more intimidating based around his performance in Pulp Fiction.
I mean, fair.
So
Fair.
they
So
now
saw
I-
Pulp Fiction. I was like,
wonder
that's the
what
guy.
the Jeff Goldblum version would be. It's like, hey, so I gotta take
I got to take your daughter away. I'm sorry. No, not your daughter. Your sister.
your sister away.
Sorry. Got to take her away. Stupid. All right, and probably the best what if of all. There's one altered scene in this film. I don't know if you know about it, but at the end of the film, Stitch, Nani, Jumba, and Pleakley were originally supposed to hijack a Boeing 747 jet from the Lihu airport and drive it along the downtown Honolulu between buildings.
Yeah.
And just
Boeings.
weeks before the release of this movie, the September 11th attacks happened, and they retooled it to be on Jumba's ship in a valley. They had to completely change the ending of this movie. Because it was initially supposed to be them hijacking an airplane.
I kind of I kind of want to see the the footage.
It's funny you say that,
9/11
because, Sam, I have a screen grab of what it originally looked like.
Never mind then.
I thought you were going to say you have the hijack version.
You have the entire movie, hijacked movie version.
It's bootlegged backwards in like Russian.
Yeah. So speaking of altering scenes, I did see on something that when Stitch hides when Lilo hides in the washing machine, like
the dryer.
Originally,
yes,
that is
changed,
and they changed it to like an
that.
actual like thing because people
Like a cupboard.
Yeah,
because I didn't want kids to hide in dryers.
yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
This is the original up top here is a plane flying through Honolulu, and then they changed it to be Jumba's spaceship flying through a valley because weeks before this release, the 9/11 attacks happened, which is not funny.
That's
not funny.
That is not
very funny that it almost was that way in the movie.
Yes. Yes.
If this had released, imagine this was a September 1st release of 2001.
Oh.
And then the September 11th attacks hit. Woof. We would not be talking about Lilo and Stitch. We would be talking about the movie that got pulled so fast from theaters.
I did not
anyways.
think we'd be making a 9/11 Lilo and Stitch connection today, but you know what?
Nope. But we did.
Here we are.
I feel like any
All
movie
right.
made in 2002, you kind of have to tread carefully.
I have that caveat.
I was gonna say, wasn't there scenes in like Spider-Man that?
Oh, they had it's in the poster.
Yeah.
not the event, but the towers.
9/11's in the poster.
No,
Stupid. All right. Well, that's what I got for what ifs. Connor, you got a little segment called The Best coming up for us.
yeah. So basically, I got 3 little questions for you guys, just kind of related to the movie. Just gonna ask you if this scenario is the best. I'll come up with a better way to describe it next time. I promise.
Huh?
Okay.
I'm confused.
So this
Just
first
wait.
one you'll understand. So the first one is Stitch the best blue animated movie character?
Ooh, it's a good question.
And I'll read off some notable ones. We got Megamind, Sadness, Sonic, Dory, Sully from Monsters Inc., and the big one, Genie from Aladdin.
I got one more for you. The Smurfs. Oh.
Yes.
I think in terms of merch, Stitch might have it. But I'm a big fan of Sully, and I'm a big fan of original Genie, Robin Williams. That might be close.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Disney and Pixar really love their blue characters.
Well, because I mean, not to get all like high school English teacher on us, but like, you know, you could portray so much just with colors.
Yes, you can. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I think, yeah, I think he might for that generation. Yes, I don't think overall though. I think someone else might have it. I think someone like the Genie from Aladdin might have it.
Genie was the only one that was my hang up, I would say.
Yeah. I got one for you.
Well, I
don't know if it's going to be. I just don't know if this is going to be one of yours, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Is this the best use of Elvis in a movie?
Not in an Elvis movie, like with that, because like obviously,
I don't know. You could argue that even in the Elvis movies, this is a better use of Elvis in a movie.
I mean, I'll give it this. This is straight Elvis propaganda.
Yeah, man, they really prop him up. Is it the best? Is it the best Elvis is in a movie?
I mean, no. I would say I'm really partial to Austin Butler in like the first chunk of
Elvis.
Yeah. When he still gets to be like young and hot, that I think that's probably the best of Elvis. And then once the movie progresses, obviously things go down for him. But I mean, this is probably the best that someone else makes him look.
Yeah,
that I could think of at least. I'm not a big Elvis guy, so I don't.
That's fair. Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, sorry, I totally did not spill my drink all over my keyboard. So.
Oh no.
Sorry. What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Is this the best use of Elvis in a movie?
I mean, I haven't seen too many movies that
that's what I'm saying too.
Involve Elvis. I'm trying really hard to think that like, is there any movies is there any movies that like use Elvis like as not really as part of the plot, but like as part of the plot almost? Because I guess in this movie, like, yes, Elvis was not really part of the plot, but like it showed up multiple times. But I mean, other than the Elvis movie, it's really difficult to try to.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think it very well might be.
I mean, there's the scene in what was it? Which I think it was Leprechaun 3 when he's in Vegas and he meets the the Elvis impersonator.
Nice.
That might be it. That's the only
might be the only competition. All right, Connor, what's your next the best?
Is Stitch the best alien companion for a child?
Ooh, see, I had a version of this question too, so I'm glad you asked it. It's between this and E.T., and I haven't seen E.T.
My brother. Yeah,
I know.
There's another name that I'm tossing in here too, and that's the Iron Giant.
Ooh, that's good.
It's a good one.
He's also an alien.
That's good. I think I don't know. Historical impact tells me E.T. But this might be. I mean, Stitch is like a phenomenon, so he might take it as well.
Well, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about Stitch the character. Is Stitch the better companion?
Okay.
So
for a child compared to like E.T. or the Iron Giant?
I never realized how little he actually speaks in the movie until the end.
Yeah, he kind of just makes like he speaks alien.
Yeah, that was one of my what doesn't work that I didn't throw in there was this fact that Stitch only talked at the end because he's hilarious. Stitch might be the funniest character in this movie when he actually talks. No, that's a good. I think Stitch has it as far as companions go. I think Stitch has it.
See, I might. The thing is, I would lean Iron Giant just because it's a literal like you have a giant superhero companion with you, but Stitch is like way more friendly and useful in like a
doesn't also the Iron Giant like leave or die?
He kills himself at the end basically.
Yeah, so not a great companion because he's only there for a little bit.
Yeah, but his impact on the child is immeasurable. All right. Last one. And I feel like this is the biggest layup.
Okay.
Did Lilo and Stitch spawn the best Disney show, like companion show? So like,
sorry,
you
go ahead.
didn't? You don't think so? Do you want me to read off
I'm
some
trying
of
to think
the
of what
other?
else.
I mean, there's
Can you
like
list
High
do you
School
have
Music-
others?
Let me. I gotta find the list again. It was like bleak. It's like High School Musical, the series.
Oof.
There's a Mighty Duck show. There was a Mighty Duck show. There's Once Upon a Time, which was on. I don't even. It might still be on. I don't know.
I'm looking.
The
I'm
New
looking
Adventures
here. I
of
mean,
Winnie. There's like 44 of them.
Buzz Lightyear, one of the like Buzz Lightyear ones, maybe. Probably not.
So what are we doing? Is it? It's any kind of.
It's like the show that was spawned from the movie. So like how there was like the Penguins of Madagascar show.
Right. Would you consider?
Oh, yeah.
Would you
Back at the Barnyard.
Would you consider? Nah, I wouldn't. Never mind. I was gonna say, would you consider Mandalorian with Grogu? Like technically, it's Star Wars, but not really. I would. That's why I said.
I think you're stretching the lines a little bit.
I'm stretching it a little bit.
You're towing the line, seeing how far before referee Connor blows his whistle.
I do enjoy a little Monsters at Work, which is the newer TV series based around the Monsters Inc. universe.
Never heard of that.
It's new.
Never.
Monsters Inc. came out, and then Monsters University came out, and then like at the beginning of the pandemic, they were like Monsters at Work. This is a new thing. Yeah, just, that relevant thing now for Monsters Inc. that came out 20 years prior to this.
You know what
We're
kids
doing
really
a show
want
on
nowadays? More
Honestly, it was
Monsters,
kind of good. It was kind of good. But yeah, I think you're right. This might be the best Disney spin-off series. I don't think there's a better one.
Yeah. So that was it. That was the best. This is the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go. I want to talk about best shot, best cinematography here, because there's two. There's two shots. This is an animated movie, so it's a little bit different. There's not a ton of like, yes, there's camera work and there's great stills, but there's no like cinematography. But there are two shots that stood out to me. Stitch's emergence from the crashed police cruiser on Earth. With all the green smoke or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool looking.
That's great.
And then Lilo and Stitch and Nani surfing when they're under the wave. Like, kind of the iconic shot, I think, of this movie.
That's
is
the one for the
that I really love. Yeah. Any other shots? This movie's kind of like a bit different, so there's probably not a ton here. But
yeah, I mean, again, it's an animated movie.
I mean, the big guy's ice cream falling and him just dropping his head disheveled.
Fair enough.
Oh, I don't think anything else. I mean,
yeah, that's fine. All right, we'll go next category, the David Krumholtz My Guy category. This is a category for the performance from an actor where whenever they show up in a thing, it's always going to be better. My vote here, I'll give you two different options. My first vote was Ving Rhames as Cobra Bubbles. But my second vote is a guy by the name of Kevin Michael Richardson. I don't know if you know who that is. Kevin Michael Richardson
Gantu.
is he plays in this movie
Captain Gantu.
Captain Gantu, yes, correct. And if you took a little look at his filmography, especially in his work as in animated, he has been probably in everything you've ever watched on TV as a kid, on Nickelodeon and on Disney. Things like the Powerpuff Girls, Batman Beyond, and the new Batman Adventures. He was Family Guy. He plays Jerome on Family Guy. Johnny Bravo, The Wild Thornberrys, Samurai Jack, The Proud Family, Invader Zim, Justice League, Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, Kim Possible, What's New Scooby-Doo, Codename Kids Next Door, Teen Titans, Billy and Mandy, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, My Life as a Teenage Robot, obviously Lilo and Stitch, Danny Phantom, Star Wars The Clone Wars, The Batman, the animated, American Dad, Avatar The Last Airbender, American Dragon, just he's been in everything. He might be like what that guy's like. I hear his voice and I'm like, yeah, that's the guy. That's that guy. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
This is something I forgot to mention during the what worked is this whole the concept of having voice actors do voice acting instead of just trying to cram as many celebrities into these voice acting roles.
Yep.
Because they know how to emphasize their sentences differently. It just works so much different. I think I have to just lean Ving Rhames again, just because I'm still riding that high.
Yeah, Ving Rhames is pretty. I mean, he shows up in this movie and you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Bubbles.
It's like you definitely notice. I guess it could be just our high from watching Mission Impossible.
No,
and also me watching Pulp Fiction too, right before this movie was kind of wild.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's Ving Rhames. That sounds familiar.
He is kind of the GOAT when it comes to. You know what? I'm good with that. We can give him that award.
Yeah.
Is the David Krumholtz That Guy Award. And if you don't know why we called it the David Krumholtz My Guy Award, it's because we love David Krumholtz.
Yeah, you got to go back in time and listen to every episode of ours and find out why.
Just not the ones with our shitty audio.
That's fine.
I feel like
you listen to those.
We bring them up.
That's probably the ones we bring up.
I think
just
find the Santa Claus episode. Start there.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what. Case in point, though, I watched Superbad. Didn't realize he was in it. He showed up. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "Hell yeah!" This movie got better every time, dude. A surprise Krumholtz is the best Krumholtz.
That's literally like you. Actually, I don't think I can tell this story because it involves me doing something bad. So I won't.
Okay. You know what? We'll save it for off the pod.
Yeah.
Sorry, you listeners.
I am a sinner in this story.
That's fine. Questions for the movie. I got one. Is Cobra Bubbles actually Luther Stickle?
Oh, no, my question is, was was Cobra Bubbles in Men in Black?
Ah. So we both have. I think there's a combination going on there. I think there's some secret agent going on.
He's way too familiar with the aliens. They're like, oh, Bubbles, what's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
You were in
Yeah, I think Cobra Bubbles is not a real name. There's no chance that that's his real name. It's Luther Stickle, and he's a member of Men in Black. This was prior to his life as an IMF agent.
He's undercover.
Yeah, there you go. Problem solved.
Listen, because there's another aerial fight, and it's just like, what if that inspired Tom Cruise and Chris McQuarrie to bring it into Final Reckoning?
It's all coming together.
Tom Cruise saw Stitch jump from one plane to another, and Tom was like, how can I do that?
I can do that. And Chris was like, you will die. And Tom was like, yes.
No. The reason it works so well is because Chris has never said that to Tom. He's just like,
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It wasn't a warning. It was like a words of affirmation. Like, you'll die.
You'll die.
It's
we'll do it.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
You'll die or you'll fly.
They're storyboarding the movie is like, and Tom Cruise dies, and we're good.
It's just like, they just have a whiteboard. It's like probability of Tom dying today, 45. It's like, we're not even shooting today. We're just writing.
Imagine shooting a movie and saying, we might kill our star today. Who knows? Anyways.
It was so funny reading the F1 quotes from Joseph Kaczynski. about Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt, because it was like, yeah, Brad Pitt, he's fine. He'll do what he's told, and like he'll be like, I'm not doing that. But Tom Cruise is like, yeah, put me in the car. I'll race Lewis Hamilton right now.
They'll be like, yeah, okay, we're storyboarding this race. So Tom, you're going to be in the car, and you're going to be racing against all these guys, and we want you actually in the car. And Tom's like, do you want me to flip it?
Can I make it go airborne?
Huh? What was that? Do you want me to like crash into a car and flip the car? Because like I'll do it. It's like no, Tom, no, we're just driving the car.
Tom,
so we're driving the car off a cliff, and I have to jump out before it hits the ground. It's like, no, Tom, no, we're just driving the car on the course. It's like, oh, okay, so we're driving on the course, and I'm gonna ram someone and cause a flame out, and then I have to run out of the car with my pants on fire, a la Talladega Nights. It's like, no, Tom, please.
So we're gonna drive the car off the cliff into the sea, and I have to go down to the submarine,
where there's a train too.
Oh, I have to hang off the airplane as it's taking off, and then jump off of it onto another airplane, and then skydive off of that airplane into the car, drive it off the cliff into the submarine. It's like, Tom, what are you doing?
He's like,
Chris,
and
then Chris is in the corner with like notes, like, I got to do this.
He's like, Chris. He's like, Chris, have you ever seen or played Assassin's Creed? You know how they do the leap of faith, right? It's like, Tom, no.
I imagine they were storyboarding those moments, and it was like, so Tom, we want you to jump off a plane into the water, and Tom's already got the wetsuit half on. He's like, where am I going?
Tom's already like on the plane. It's already airborne. It's just like through a walk. He's like, yeah, so we're already up here.
Yeah, where am I jumping?
Did you bring a camera? Because we're going.
So I don't know how we devolved into that from
people will
from Lilo and Stitch, but Ving Rhames, Cobra Bubbles is Luther Stickle. He's part of Men in Black. That's solidified. Next question. What do you have, Connor? What do you have?
That was my question. Is he?
That was your one question. Sam, do you have any questions?
I do not have any questions.
I have one more question. This comes from M. How was Lilo's hair still wet after running in the heat all the way from the ocean to her class? She was genuinely upset about this. Like, it was sopping wet, dripping all over the floor of the class. And Em was very mad about this. So I had to ask it.
Don't think it
there might not be an answer. There might not be an answer. It doesn't matter. All right. Next category, best performance. We're gonna roll into that one. Who had the best performance in the movie, guys? I think there's a lot of people you can talk about here. Sam, who had the best performance?
I honestly think, I think how do you say her name? Dave Chase. I honestly think she did a phenomenal job as Lilo. I just think he just can't beat that. Mm-hmm. And I think that was really the star, especially for her age. How old was she? Young. 12. I think she was like 11 or 12 years old when she recorded this. So like that. I mean, I that's personally, I think that was great.
Yeah. Connor, best performance.
I think I will go Tia Carrera. Just because I feel like there's a lot of emotional weight you have to have as like the sister guardian, and she's just like holding back so much about like their situation to give Lilo like this false sense of like everything's all right. So I'll give it to her.
That's a good call. Can I offer you Kevin McDonald as Pleakley?
I just wish he was in more of it.
Yes, I agree.
Very funny. It was just like cutaways, it felt like.
Mm-hmm. No, I think Sam's right. I think DeVay Chase kind of has to take it. I mean, it's a very nuanced and layered performance from a 12-year-old. I mean, that's pretty impressive. All in agreement? I think we're all in agreement there. Mm-hmm. Worst performance. I have one. I have one. A single one. The Grand Councilwoman.
Yeah,
annoying.
I mean,
and I don't even think it was a fault of like the performance itself. I just thought the character was so super annoying.
I mean, I think we didn't just. I just think we didn't see enough of her for me to make that decision. You know, which is why
she was kind of like.
I wish we saw more of the Federation, Galactic Federation, space stuff, so we can see more. Until we just saw them like, oh yeah, they just arrive at Earth. It's fine.
Yeah. And she basically is like, hey, you guys have to go down and catch this being that escaped our custody. And then like a day later, she's like, I can't believe you failed me. How could you not have done this? It's like, lady, give her some time.
Because, like, maybe in, like, movie time, like, more time has passed. But, like, for us, it's been, like, 10 minutes. And it's just, like, one call, second call.
It's like, how dare you?
All right, gone to Europe.
I can't believe you've done this. All right, Grand Councilwoman. I think that's my vote. So that's going to bring us to... I mean, I don't know. Do you guys have any hot takes about this movie? I have none for Lilo and Stitch.
I can't think of one.
Yeah. This was not one that really warrants a hot take.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just really wish Disney didn't run out of ideas and was relying on
live action remakes.
Yeah, because it just feels like this is a movie that is just so much better in animation. But they made a buttload of money opening weekend, so wasn't matter.
I wouldn't even say that's a hot take moment. I think everyone's totally in agreement with you on that. All right. Before we get to our last two categories, I want to do just our scores, because we've talked about this movie a lot, and our last two categories are kind of like just fun little bits. But I do want to talk scores. Sam, what did you think of Lilo and Stitch? What is your score for this movie?
Like I've said before, it's been years since I've watched the actual movie, and I think I remember the TV show more than the actual movie. Revisiting this film at this age, I didn't feel like I was sitting through a kid's movie. I think the adult themes paired with the child themes worked great together. I think again, the animation for the time was great. The story was great. The acting was great. I don't think we brought it up, but the soundtrack to the movie was amazing.
Yeah, it was very good.
It.
Yep.
Are we giving scores right now?
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. I just think it's that good. It was Stitch was just such a phenomena at that time, and honestly still is. You know.
Oh, he's huge.
So.
Yeah. I mean, did you guys see the video? It's like a little kid in the theater watching the remake, bawling his eyes out at the scene of like Stitch drowning.
Oh God.
It's so funny. Cause like this kid is like, I feel bad because the kid's a kid, but it sounds like just his dog died.
Yeah, that's tough. There's obviously a lot of emotional impact with this movie.
Yeah.
This franchise, this character.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go next. Yeah. I mean, Lilo and Stitch. I hadn't seen this in many, many years. I didn't remember a lot about it going into this, so it was quite refreshing. I had a really good time watching it. even today as a 26-year-old, I thought it was genuinely funny. It was a lot of fun. So I'm definitely high on it. The performances were great. Stitch is an awesome character. Yeah, it's really good. I'm doing a 4.25 for my score. And Connor?
Yeah, no, it was really fun revisiting this one. Definitely made me think back to like the first times I saw it. I thought like Stitch is obviously really cute, really funny. Just loved the whole family dynamic. Really made me contemplate going back and watching some episodes of the show too, just to see like what other things did they build on? Because like you were saying, how like with the councilwoman, I'm like 95% sure she's brought back for a lot of episodes, but I don't know. But I forget where we ranked it in our Disney ranking, but I mean, this is a good solid 4 for me.
Yeah, I think it's a good place for it.
It's just a real solid movie to come back to.
For sure. So that puts this movie at number 7 on our list with a 4.25 average, just above The Invisible Man, Wild, and just below Muppets Treasure Island, which seems accurate.
Seems accurate.
All right, so before we finish out this pod, Sam, first off, you texted us in the middle of this recording saying you had something for the
I
end
meant
of the
to
pod.
tell you before this. However, I have something.
Okay.
So, like Connor used to do his sticky notes, I decided to do something also.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so it's a movie related, like picking a movie related thing.
Picking thing.
Okay.
For me to.
Okay, so
do.
Let's hold on that.
So
let's hold on that.
You can do your stuff first. Correct.
Let's do our last two categories.
Get a little teaser in there.
A little tease. So we've got two additional categories, real quick, that we want to do. First, what prop from Lilo and Stitch are you taking home?
The guns.
The guns is a good pick.
I'm taking the spaceship.
Can I vote Stitch? Can I take home Stitch?
Stitch is a character. He's not a prop.
I want her wall of photos of all the fat people.
And you thought it was an issue with the movie.
Hey man.
Yeah, you are claiming it.
I was also tempted to take the ice cream that falls out of that guy's hand constantly. No, I think I'll go with that. And then the Richard kind, who would make this movie better? My vote, get rid of Ving Rhames and make it Sam Jackson.
I was gonna say that too. That was mine. That was mine. Have him drop a couple motherfuckers, and we're good. That was mine. You stole mine, fucker.
I love it. Well, there we go. Connor, do you have one?
Oh fuck, what's his name? I gotta find his name real quick.
I don't know. I think the Sam Jackson poll is pretty good. Or keep Ving Rhames, make Sam Jackson a Jumba.
Jumba, yeah.
No. You know who I'm picking? I'm pulling. I don't know who I'm bumping out. We got to get Patrick Warburton in here.
Oh yeah,
as like just do Kronk again.
Yeah.
Make that the voice of Stitch. Zay, what's going on?
Hey.
Ohana means family. So bad.
Family means nobody left behind.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We've talked about Lilo and Stitch. We've revisited it. Had a great time. If you like what you listen to, you like this new format, subscribe, leave a rating, follow us, do all that fun stuff. It really helps us out. Lets us know we're doing a good job. You can follow us on socials. Those will be linked in the show notes below. You can also visit our website, firstpicturehouse.com, and follow us on Letterboxd. to see what we're watching, when we're watching, and when we lose an episode, you don't have to wait 2 weeks to hear what we actually watch. You can keep up in real time, so do that. But Sam, what do you got for us?
All right, so what I'm going to start doing is I'm probably going to stray away from like the actual movie, the new movie reviews, and focus more on actors and actresses' filmography, right?
Okay.
So what I put together is a list of decades, 1920s to 2000s, and X amount of actors and actresses that were born in those decades. Obviously, I didn't put all of them in there because there's a bunch. However, I just picked a random few. So I have 1 through 9. They're in random order, so it's not like 1 is 1920s, 2 is 1930s. They're in random order. Aaron, pick a number 1 through 9.
Okay, we're gonna go with 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, jeez. All right, we got the 1930s. No, we got the 1990s.
Born in the 90s. Okay.
Connor, pick a number 1 through 6.
3.
Okay. So I will be watching.
You're gonna watch your entire filmography?
I'm not going to watch their entire filmography. I'm just going to watch some of their movies.
Enough of their filmography.
Watch their like top.
I'll watch
10.
I'll watch their top ones, right? I will be watching the filmography of Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh Lord,
that's an interesting one to start on.
Interesting. All right. Well, I like this game. I like this game a lot.
I'm probably not going to do it every week because I don't think I can go through an entire actor's filmography in a week. However, I will bring it up every so often.
Nice. I like that. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. If you like what you listened to, do all the stuff I said before, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Ohana.